Okay, so in another fun part of this tutorial video series of getting started with WordPress and Git and WordPress engine, I'm just going to show you how to do this because it was kind of confusing to figure out how to make this happen specifically. So open up a terminal window and then use SSH keygen. So SSH-keygen-t. I'm gonna say that's fine. ed25519-c kj.relke@gmail.com-f, and it is an SSH WPE git key. I'm not going to have a passphrase, so I just hit enter, fingerprint, random art, cool. You're not going to be able to see any of that because I'm going to try to block it out. Print and copy the text of a new, public key file. So I do cat ssh/wpe git key.pub straight line pb copy. Okay, now use this output when adding the gate. All right, to the user portal. Content will begin with, okay, so I'm just gonna check real quick. Hey, nice. Okay, here we go. All right, so then it's in my clipboard, which is handy. And if I go to sites, I have a example site that I spun up recently. And I'm going to go to Git Push. And we're just going to call myself personal-kj relke and paste that in there. Add developer. Great. So I'm here, and now I can do this in 10 minutes or so. I'll be able to, in my terminal again, go to ssh git at git.wpengine.info. .com and then this will eventually return with some things. Oh, yes. Permanently added. Permission denied. So in 10 minutes or so, it will be added. And you'll see this hello thing with CNO example, and then we can get remote into that. So that's part one. Okay, part two of getting Git and WordPress engine set up is this create SSH config. So on a local machine, first navigate. So, all right, we'll just go ahead and use terminal. That's fine. All right, I clear that. Okay, so we'll do cd that SSH, and then touch config, and then nano config, and then I'm just gonna copy and paste all of this business. And it says hold control and then press X. Yes. Tab. What? Enter. Okay. Great. So now you can see I'm in the SSH, and great. And then add the user key, which I actually already did this. I already showed you how to do all of this. So to check your work, I'm actually going to go here. So if you go to Macintosh HD, you can see all of these hidden folders, which if you hit Command Shift period, that's how you show them. Go to your users, and then it's right here, SSH, and there's your config. And if you were to open that with text edit, that's fine. It should be exactly what you typed in there, or copied in your nano thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run that SSH thing, And hey, look, there you go. Personal KJRelkey, CNO example, read write permissions. Great. So now what you would do, I think I did. Now I will show you how to connect a WordPress site with WordPress engine and all that business. So, yep, stay tuned. Okay, we are almost there. I just want to show you the final bit of connecting your local website to WordPress engine and things. So I've got this Choctaw template theme that is not exactly the same as what I built in some other tutorials, but it's generally the same. I've got my code sniffing working. As you can see, it's already giving me errors. I don't know why my particular VS Code is doing this, but it is doing that. It just is doing that. So that's fine. I'm going to run npm run build and just make sure that we don't have any problems with our dist folder. And I'm not anticipating anything. Yep, great. Okay. And then finally, what I can do, so I've got this hollowed out front page that ultimately should just say hi there. Let me check on that. Yep, just says hi there with a super ugly color. Cool. So now this is the CNO example thing. Example by KJRelkey will be deleted. So just right there. And what I'm going to do is if I go into my terminal, let's clear this out, and then just type, what was it? SSH git at git.wpengine.com info, and we see, yep, hello, personal KJRelkey, cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type git remote. There's not a git repository, so this is done none of that. So the first things first, I'm going to go over to my GitHub tab. Nope, going to go here and publish to GitHub. Let's just call this CNO example. It could be a private repository, sure. Now, if this was a real thing, you'd then want to go to GitHub and then transfer ownership and whatever. It's not a real thing. No worries. It's been committed. It's on the master. So now if I type git remote, we've got origin. So this over here, I know that this is the production site, but if, for say, we wanted to call it the dev site, we totally could. All we need to do is go to this here, and this git environment, git at git.wpengine.com, :cnoexample.git is the URL. So we type git add, let's call this cnoexample-prod, and the URL is git at git.wpengine.com, :cnoexample.git. Okay. Let's try this again. It's git remote add cnoexample-prod, git at git.wpengine.com, :cnoexample.git. Now, git remote lists two things. Great. So finally, whenever we do version control up here, that syncs it to GitHub. And for pushing it to CNO, we just push git push, what I call it, CNO example -prod, and then master, because that's the name of this branch down here in the bottom left. And then you'll see this whole thing generating deltas and enumerating the objects. Okay, look, so that's all done. And now if we go over here and reload the website, it probably will be the wrong thing because I can't log into the backend, but it is there, which is exciting. I just don't know how to log in. Maybe I can just do this. Nope. So, yeah, if I knew how to, actually, if you wanted to do local, you could probably pull it down and that would all be there. But the point is, it's there, and that's all that this took was doing this. And so every time you need to make a major change, basically the last thing you want to do is do an npm run build if you've made any of those style changes. If you haven't made any style changes, you don't have to do that. That's just for style in JavaScript. But then you just put git push, the name of your branch, which in this case I picked a very long example -prod, the name of the remote, sorry, and then master for the name of the branch. That's basically the same thing as what this is doing. So actually there is a world where you could just go hi there, and then you could type span.subheadline, a subheadline. Great, I've made a change and it's going to say do that. And you could actually, on the drop down, I think, let's see, add subheadline, commit, and then sync changes. You could add a remote this way. So git at git.wpengine.com, cno example.git, remote name, WPE prod. And now remote, nope, push 2. Oh, it's already there. So it exists in multiple places, but so you can push it that way if you prefer. But like I said, this is just a visual interface for this if you prefer that. And so I'm just going to remove that extra remote that I made. Actually, I'm going to remove the verbose one and then push 2 WPE prod. And then it's working, and you don't get any of the cool output, maybe. Oh, there's some Git output. That's fun. But yeah, I mean, that's really all it takes. So it's a pretty nice developer experience, whichever way you want to do it. It's totally up to you. Like I said, I like using the command line for WordPress engine pushes, but that's just me. So thanks for watching. Hope that this helps you. All right.